today's education-based IHSAA varsity girls basketball game. Tonight's radio coverage is made possible through audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. That's Rob Kendall. Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey Show. That's weekday mornings, 9 to noon on 93.1 FM. Or you can go to WIBC.com. Today's game going to feature the Jay County Lady Patriots as they drive down and to battle with the Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies. Both these teams have been in action together probably for the last several years, and they play basketball. They've had some doozies. I remember not too long ago they had an overtime game. Might have been a 2 overtime game. It was at Jay County. So both teams are on the floor right now taking shots at their leisure. Lady Huskies, few of them have the striped pants on, orange and white. And some of the Jay County players have the striped, they're blue, white, and red, or actually red, white, and blue. Those are their collars. And we'll mention a little bit about Jay County Lady Patriots High School. They have a school enrollment of 800. They are in Class 3A, Sectional 24. They are in the same sectional as Hamilton Heights. They have 6 teams in their sectional, and they stack up like this. Delta Lady Eagles, they are 3-0. Newcastle Lady Trojans are 2-1. Connorsville Lady Spartans are 2-1. Jay County, they're 1-0. They are the Lady Patriots. Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies, they're 1-1. Yorktown Lady Tigers, they're also 1-1. The principal at Jay County High School is Mr. Chad Dodd. The athletic director is Alex Griffin, and the athletic trainer is Spencer Tonner. Jay County High School is located at 2072 West State Road 67. That's in Portland, Indiana, 47371. On the website, it's jcpatriotsathletics.com. They wear the colors red, white, and blue. They perform in the Allen County Athletic Conference. There are 7 teams in the Allen County Conference. And we'll mention they are. We'll stack them up with most wins. Southern Wells are 3-1. Bluffton, they're the Lady Tigers. They're 2-1. Jay County Lady Patriots, they're 1-0. Adams Central, the Flying Jets, female Flying Jets, they are 1-1. Heritage, they are 1-2. Woodland 1-2, and South Adams playing their first game tonight. Again, we'll mention Jay County Lady Patriots are 1 win, 0 losses on the season. They got a win versus Fort Wayne South. They are the Lady Archers. It was a decisive win. Their head coach is, I should say, I will back up just a minute, 62 points in that ball game for Jay County. The head coach for the Lady Patriots, she gave me the starting lineup, so I'm very thankful. What a kind lady. That's Sherry McIntyre. She's 33 wins, 16 losses, working in year number 3 at Jay County High School. Next game on the agenda for the Lady Patriots is going to happen on the 21st. That's next Friday, 6 o'clock JV, 7:30 varsity, or close to 7:30. Jay County Lady Patriots will be at the Belmont Lady Braves. Belmont High School, just 7 miles from Ohio. Been there for basketball and baseball. We'll talk a little bit about the Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies. Lady Huskies, as you know, they're in Class 3A, Sectional 24, along with Jay County. And in their sectional, we'll call them by their mascot. It's the Lady Eagles, the Lady Trojans, the Lady Spartans, the Lady Patriots, the Lady Huskies, and the Lady Tigers. Clock rolls down. They're going to play the national anthem here momentarily. They'll put 5 more minutes on the clock. Both teams will go to the locker room. We're going to be entertained tonight by the Hamilton Heights High School band. I tell you what, they work feverishly. They practice. And they're in the balcony. They're in the northeast side of the balcony, just to our left. And then across the way, another broadcast station. They are from Jay County. Pretty kind gentlemen. Got to meet their play-by-play guy. Pretty nice folks, and they also broadcast back home at Jay County. So basketball on a Saturday night. Dan Morris is standing. Tell you what, Dan Morris, he's been around Hamilton Heights a long time. He and Patrick, his son, tell you what, they love Husky basketball. We're going to set this down for our national anthem. It's our national anthem that was performed by the Hamilton Heights High School Band. I never missed a note, and we'll go on. Hamilton Heights. Hamilton Heights pregame, we'll talk about the principal. Principal at Hamilton Heights High School is Whitney Gray. The athletic director is Kurt Ogden. The assistant principal is Mitch Street. The dean of students is Lori Hippensteel, and the athletic office manager, that's Leanne Moffett. And the Hamilton Heights athletic trainer, that is Dr. Jan Clifton Gaw. She does a fine job. She's been here quite a while. Hamilton Heights High School is located at 25802 State Road 19. That's Arcadia, Indiana 46030. You can reach them by phone at 317 984 3551. On the athletic website, it's www.hhschuskies.org/athletics. Their color scheme here at Hamilton Heights is orange, white, and brown. They perform in the Hoosier Athletics Conference. There are 9 teams in that conference. They have an East Division and a West Division. In the East Division, at the top presently is Hamilton Heights. They're 1-1. Right behind them, Western, they're 1-1. Logansport, they're 0-2, and Tipton 0-2. West Division stacks up like this. It's Central Catholic 2-0. Rensselaer Central 2-0. Twin Lakes, the Lady Indians are 2-1. Benton Central, the Bison are playing their first game tonight. And the West Lafayette Lady Red Devils are 0-3. Hamilton Heights, as you know, they're 1-1 on the season. And games, I should say, in 2 ball games, their average output offensively is 56 points. Defensively, an average in 2 games, they give up an average of 53 points. The head coach for the Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies is Erin Trempy. Erin Trempy, she is a second-year coach at Hamilton Heights. She's now 6-18, and she's working in year number 6, 55 wins, 60 losses. The next game on the agenda for Hamilton Heights is going to be next Friday. I take that back. It's going to be Tuesday evening. Tuesday evening, 6 and 7:30. Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies will be at the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. And I should mention last night in the regional football game, Lapel Bulldogs got the win over the Lutheran Saints, 38-7. So both teams out of the locker room, they're going to take some more shots. We're going to run down the clock from 3 minutes. 3 minutes, not five, as I first mentioned. And I will mention this game is in part being brought to you by Bubbles and Park Spa. They open on July 11th. If you love your dog, Bubbles and Bark Spa will love your dog too. Yes, Bubbles and Bark Spa. They're located at 3660 West 500 South, Sharpsville, Indiana 46068. Their email address is bubblesinbarkspa@yahoo.com. Katie, that's Katie Waits. At the age of 15, she began bathing dogs. After graduating high school, she got her license to groom, and she's been grooming ever since. Katie, now an entrepreneur at the age of 21, she's a 10-year member in 4-H. She offers a full groom that includes a haircut, nails, paw pads, potty patch, and an ear clean. That's Bubbles and Bark Spa, Sharpsville. Clock rolling down, just under 2 minutes left in the pregame. We'll mention some scheduling for tonight. Hoosier Athletic Conference, Lady Basketball, game night tonight, Saturday the 15th of November. 7-game schedule. 7:30 contest tonight, Benton Central, Lady Bison in their first ball game. They are at Clinton Prairie. The Lady Gophers 0-2 in the early season. 12 o'clock noon, that game has probably concluded. Delphi Community, Lady Oracles at 1-0. They travel to 2-1 Twin Lakes Lady Indian. Also at 7:30 tonight. It's going to be a little closer just about 7 o'clock. As you know, Jay County Lady Patriots at 1-0. They're right here with the Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies at 1-1. 8 o'clock start tonight, Knox. Lady Redskins, they're 1-3. They are at Rensselaer Central. Lady Bombers, they're 2-0. And at 7:30 start, Central Catholic Lady Knights are 2-0. They are at the Western Lady Panthers. And that is a Western, I should say, a 1-1 team early going. Cross-conference matchup tonight, Hoosier Conference. And the Tipton Blue Devils, Tipton Lady Devils, they were going to play Winchester tonight. That game was postponed, so they could match up tonight with Logansport Lady Berries. They are 0-2. The Tipton Blue Devils also 0-2. And I should mention Tipton Lady Devils, first-year basketball coach for the Lady Devils. That is Jason Bales. Jason Bales, that's B-A-L-E-S. Jason Bales also officiates football at the varsity level. So the clock's going to roll out, and they're going to introduce starting lineups, and we'll do the same. Starting tonight for Jay County Lady Patriots, it'll be like this. Wearing number 5, she's 5'8". She's a freshman. That's Carson Schwederman. There are 3 Schwedermans on the Jay County Lady Patriots team. 2 of them are sisters. One is a cousin. At number 10, she's 5'6". She's a senior. Rayla Newton. At number 12, 5'8". She's the other sister to Carson. She's a junior. And that's Hallie Schwederman. And Coach McIntyre tells me that she is verbally committed to St. Francis. That's up near Fort Wayne. And also starting tonight, where's number 14? 5'8" sophomore. That's Liz Brunswick. My dad will appreciate that name. And also number 33, that's 5'6" sophomore, Natalie May. The head coach is Sherry McIntyre. Now the starting lineup for the Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies. They'll start like this. Wearing number 3, she's 5'7". She's a freshman. She averages 7 points a game. That's Addison Bloom. Wearing number 10 for the Lady Huskies, 5'5" freshman. She averages per game in 2 games 14.5 points. Wearing number 12 for the Lady Huskies, 5'8" junior, averaging 2.5 points a game. That is Cameron Broughton. And I'm also wearing number 23 for the Lady Huskies. But she's 6'1". She's a freshman. 18 points per game average. Riley Suarez. And wearing number 44, a 6-foot freshman. 7.5 points per game. That's Zoe Curry. The head coach of the Lady Huskies is Aaron Trempy. The varsity assistants are Stephanie Hone, Alex Muller, Caleb Hall, and Aaron Modisette. So they're going to introduce the Lady Huskies as the crowd stands here at Hamilton Heights. We'll let you know a little bit about the Allen County Athletic Conference games taking place tonight. 5 games on the agenda. They're all 7:30 start time. At 1 and 2, it's the Blackford Lady Bruins. They are at the South Adams Lady Starfires. They're playing their first game tonight. At 2 wins, no losses, East Noble, the Lady Knights, are at the Bluffton Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers are 2 and 1. Eastbrook Lady Panthers. Lady Panthers are 0 and 1. The Eastbrook football team played last night. They went against Adams Central. It was a good ball game. Adams Central got the win. And I will mention Eastbrook Lady Panthers at 0 and 1. They are at the 3 and 1 Southern Wells Lady Raiders. 7:30 start tonight. 3 and 1 Fremont Lady Eagles. They are at the Adams Central Lady Flying Jets. They are 1 and 1. 7:30 start tonight. Jay County at 1 win, no loss. The Jay County Lady Patriots. They're here with the Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies. And the Lady Huskies are 1 and 1. They're going to toss the ball up, getting ready to play basketball. Up in center for Hamilton Heights is number 23, Riley Suarez. 6'1". She'll jump up against Carson Schwederman, the freshman, 5'8". She wears number 5. Here comes the toss. It's a good one. Tips to the backcourt. Taking over the basketball, Zoe Courage. She'll work it left side. Isel. They're working back around. That's Bailey Isel. Isel will get the ball back out near the center circle. They'll work it left side behind the arc. On the dribble, that's Cameron Roten. She'll work it down low outside the lane. 2-point bucket, good. Riley Suarez. So the Lady Patriots going to bring the ball in from the backcourt. They're going to provide full court pressure with 3 Husky players. They're going to get through the wickets there, and they go in left-handed layup off the glass. Nice shot for number 12. That's Hallie Schwederman. And she's a junior. Remember, she's committed to St. Francis. 7:20 on the game clock. First quarter. Hamilton Heights and the Lady Patriots of Jay County working around the perimeter. 3-point shot straight away. Shot rimmed off, wouldn't go. Shot taken by Addison Bloom. Back the other direction in a hurry in the paint. Off the glass. Couldn't get the bucket, but she'll shoot 2. Foul's going to be whistled on Hamilton Heights. It's going to be the first foul in the ball game. And it's going to be whistled on 44, Zoe Curry at the free throw line. Number 5, Carson Schwederman. She gets the first one. Congratulatories right there. She'll get one more. 7:05 left here in the first quarter. Second shot for Schwederman. Going to rim around, fall off. Wouldn't go. Rebound, Riley Suarez. She's going to dribble. She'll bring it to the timeline. 6'1", Suarez. She'll work by the defender there, and they're working back out top. Going to be a reach-in foul near the center circle. Pass was good to Bailey Isel, and they're going to whistle a foul defensively called upon number 12, Hallie Schwederman, 5'8" junior. Can be brought in the front court, Hamilton Heights, in front of the scorer's bench. They'll bounce it in to Isel. Isel going to cross over, dribble, hesitation. She'll work it to the corner, 3-point shot, rims around, falls off. That's Cameron Roten. That was halfway down, fell off right there. Back the other direction. They'll pass it down low, a little bit tall. Intended target there was number 10, Rayla Newton. Trying to find her with a pass as Hallie Schwederman goes out of bounds, belongs to Hamilton Heights. 6:35 on the game clock, first quarter. 3-2 contest. Lady Patriots in front on the dribble. Crossover. They're working to the corner. Cameron Roten, she'll dribble in. Out top, Zoe Curry. 3-point shot, rims out. When go, got her own rebound. Goes back up, left-handed off the left side of the glass. 2-point bucket for Curry. It's a 4-3 contest. Hamilton Heights in front. We're going to back baseline. Going to kick it back out behind the arc. Try to get a shot away, but she'll dribble in. She'll go in the paint. Straight away off the backboard. A layup. Good for Hallie Schwederman. 6 minutes left. In the front court, Cameron Roten. She'll work it back out top. Bailey Isel on the dribble. She'll work it left side. Going to dribble in now inside the 3-point line. That's Suarez. She's going to bounce the ball back to Addison Bloom. Bloom going to she picks up her dribble, tries to get rid of it, and and Coach Trimpe bails her out with a timeout. So Hamilton Heights going to call the first timeout in the ball game. 5:42 left here in the first quarter. It's 5-4. Hamilton, I should say, the Lady Patriots in front. So basketball here on a Saturday evening. And working right here. Got my wife up here. She's running the table right here. And she was at the game last night at Noblesville. She's at the game again tonight. So 5:42 on the game clock, and they're going to bring the ball in. It's going to belong to Hamilton Heights. Lady Huskies going to bring it in left of the bench of the Lady Patriots. Going to be brought in by Cameron Roten. They go to the corner with it. Bloom, they'll bounce it in. Baseline, that's Suarez. Suarez puts the ball on the floor, and she's going to get a reach-in foul against her. It's going to be whistled on Jay County. So it's going to be a common foul, and that foul's whistled against Jay County. Number 5, Carson Sweeterman. They bring the ball in. Lady Huskies inside the arc, going to drive baseline. Tries a shot, got rejected. That was Addison Bloom. Back the other direction. Schwederman kind of taking control of the offense. They're working in the paint, tipped away and stolen by Isel. Isel back the other direction. She'll work the ball up ahead. Going to be off the fingertips and out of bounds. Last touch by Hamilton Heights. Bloom, and the ball's going to be brought in from the deep side court. Back in the corners in the side court in front of the Hamilton Heights fans. Going to bring the ball in. Crossing the timeline on the dribble. Dribbling in, that's Sweeterman. Carson Sweeterman goes up for the shot. She'll get fouled in the act of shooting. She'll shoot 2. 5:10 left here in the first quarter. It's 5-4. Lady Patriots in front. At the foul stripe, going to shoot 2. Number 5, Carson Sweeterman. First shot rims around, hits the backboard, and falls in. 6-4 contest. Natalie May, different type of stance right there on the lane. Got both of them. 2 points at the stripe for Carson Sweeterman. Ball brought in. She'll bring it through the timeline. It's Riley Suarez, 6'1", jump center for the Lady Huskies. Out top of the basketball, she moved back around. That was Isel. Working back to Riley. They'll work it down low in the paint. 2-point shot, rims around, wouldn't go. Shot taken there by Curry. That was Zoe Curry back to the front court in a hurry. Dribbling the basketball, Carson Sweeterman. In the paint, trying to get rid of it. She'll turn around jumper off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. Going to be a rebounding foul situation. It's going to be called against the Lady Patriots. So foul's going to be whistled against Jay County. It's going to be whistled on number 12, Hallie Sweeterman. Picks up hers. Let me take that back. It's going to be whistled against Carson Sweeterman. Where's number 5? She has 2. Ball's going to be brought in from the backcourt. Left of the bucket. Bounced in by Cameron Rote. Crossing the timeline. Point guard. That's Bailey Isel. Works at the right side behind the arc to Zoe Curry. They're working in near the paint. She'll go baseline. She'll go off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. Shot taken there by Suarez. Back the other direction. Lady Patriots. Going to dribble back around off the glass. Shot wouldn't go for Hallie Sweeterman. Tracking down the rebound in the corner. That's Jay County. Working back around. 3-point shot off the mark from the corner from Hallie Sweeterman. Rebound Zoe Curry. Cameron Roten going to pass it way up ahead off the glass. Almost cherry picker type, but not quite. 2-point bucket off the glass. That was Riley Suarez. 3:55 on the clock. First quarter. 6-3 contest. I think they've had the board maybe a little bit different there. We'll double check. Ball goes out of bounds. At 3:46 on the game clock. Ball's brought in. On the dribble, crossing the timeline, is Bailey Isel. They'll work it left side. Deep in the front court, they'll work it back around. Right side, Bloom. She'll work it in just outside the paint. Turnaround jumper. Good. Credit the bucket. That's Riley Suarez for 2. 3:28 on the game clock. Hamilton Heights 8. Jay County 7. They'll work it left side. They'll work it back around. Out top, Hallie Sweeterman. They'll work it left side. They'll bounce it in the paint. Off the glass, right-handed, left side of the glass. Basket's good. And then that shot's taken and made by 14, Liz Brunswick. She's got a number change But on the program, she's 14, and Max Prep's a little bit different. Coach, let me know. In the paint, off the glass, 2-point shot, good. Credit the bucket. That was Hamilton Heights. 23, Riley Suarez, still working through the front court. 2:47, going to drive baseline. Floater wouldn't go. That was Hallie Schwederman. And trying to come up on the board there was Eisel. She touched it under the bucket and couldn't grab it. Goes out of bounds. We have timeout on the floor. It's going to be whistled by Coach Sherry McIntyre. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. And we'll mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Fritz in Fishers. That's Fritz in Fishers, Fritz in Noblesville. They're celebrating 43 years in business in the heart of the Nickel Plate District. Late model cars and trucks. Each vehicle pre-delivery inspection. 2 Hamilton County locations. You can go to fritzinfishers.com. That's at 8599 East 116th Street. You can dial them up at 317-842-2228. And also Fritz in Noblesville. That's on State Road 32, 317-773-2232. fritzinfishers.com. So they're going to bring the ball in, right the bucket on the baseline. Hallie Schwederman is going to have the entry pass. She'll bounce it in near the corner, right there to Brunswick. Back to Schwederman. Schwederman between the legs dribble. She'll go baseline off the glass. 2-point bucket, good for Hallie Schwederman. It's an 11-10 contest. Jay County in front. Hamilton Heights in the front court. Zoe Curry. The worker right side just in front of the 3-point stripe with Suarez. They get it back to Bloom. Straightaway shot. 3-pointer, good. Right at the bucket. Number 44, Zoe Curry for Hamilton Heights. And they're playing seesaw on the scoreboard. Hamilton Heights up 13-11. They're working left side with the basketball. In the ballgame for Jay County during the timeout. Hamilton Heights with the steal. They're going back the other direction. Bloom off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound Eisel. Bailey Eisel to keep the ball alive. They'll work it out top. Skip pass to the corner. Left-handed shot. 3-point land. Wouldn't go for Eisel. Saving the basketball from going out of bounds. Trying to. Going to step on the side court line. Going to be out of bounds. Last touched by Suarez. And we'll mention during the timeout in the ball game, number 20 for Jay County. That's Claudia Dirksen. She's a 5'6" freshman. Bring it to the timeline is Schwederman. She'll pounce in the paint. 2-point shot wouldn't go, but she was fouled in the act of shooting. And going to the stripe for Jay County is going to be number 42. That's Charlie Peters. Charlie Peters in the program. She's 5'9". She's a freshman. And Charlie Peters going to shoot a couple. That foul whistled. First shot, rims around, fell off the rim, wouldn't go. That foul whistled against Hamilton Heights, number 12, Cameron Roten. She has 2 in the contest. In the ball game for Jay County, number 22, that's Ari Lukey. She's a foreign exchange student, 5'6", a junior. Rimmed off, wouldn't go. Got the first one, couldn't get the back end. So 13, I think we'll double check here. It might be 13-12. No, they both fell off. It's 13-11. Hamilton Heights in the front court. Eisel going to go the corner with it. Going to dribble in. Floater. That's Reese Blanton in the ball game. Rebound put back from Blanton's shot. Put back wouldn't go either for Zoe Curry. Back the other direction, Schwederman. Schwederman out top, back pedal dribble. On the dribble, she'll work it left side, way behind the arc. In the corner right there in the ball game is Rayla Newton. She wears number 10. She's a 5'6" senior for Jay County. Outside the arc, 3-point shot in the air, good. Nothing but net. Right elbow extended. That was Hallie Schwederman for 3. 48 seconds, clock moving. It's a 14-13 ball game. And Jay County in front. Straightaway shot, 3-point land, rims off long. Shot taken there by Addison Bloom. Fighting for the board, finally picked up by Jay County. They'll go to the front court on the dribble spin move at the right there at the rim. Schwederman couldn't get the basket. Hamilton Heights back the other direction. Underneath the basket in the lane. 2-point bucket good for Riley Suarez. 18 seconds, clock moving. First quarter. 15-14, Hamilton Heights by 1. Going to lose the basketball. It's going to be off the leg and out of bounds. It's going to be last touch by Jay County. Ball's going to be brought in backcourt, halfway back. It's going to be brought in by Reese Blanton. 11.4 left. He'll bring the ball in to Suarez. Suarez will go to the timeline. That's Riley Suarez. And Suarez, ball's tipped out of bounds defensively by number 24, Jay County, Kendall. And that's Kendall Schemenauer. Kendall Schemenauer in the ballgame for Jay County. He's a 5'10 freshman. They'll bring the ball in, picked up there by Bloom. He'll work it back to Zoe Curry. They'll work it down low off the glass. And it will be a foul called. And that was Suarez taking the shot a little bit off balance. She was pushed on over, hit the deck. She's back up, and there's 0.1 second left on the first quarter clock. That foul's whistled on 24. Kendall Schemenauer at the free throw line. Riley Suarez, first shot, hits the rim, falls over the rim, got the first one. She'll get one more. 16-14, first quarter on a Saturday night at Hamilton Heights. Second shot on the way. Rims off would go. Rebound collected by Bloom, but the first quarter buzzer sounds at the end of one quarter of play. Hamilton Heights 16, Jay County 14. And again, we'll mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies, they're conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana, 46062. They're just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32. That's along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide setup services where you can turn your artwork into things such as note cards, notepads, prints, and calendars. And it's never too early to think about personalized Christmas cards, posters, and oversized printing also available. And also, if you're planning a wedding, they can print all of your necessary needs. You can reach them, Discount Copies, by phone, 317-773-8783. That's 317-773-8783. Or by Gmail, Discount Copies, the number 96 at gmail.com. So first buzzer sounds. Got to mention on hand here tonight is Sean Flaherty. Sean Flaherty he's a photographer. He's a video taker. He puts clips together, puts them online, and he does a tremendous job with his I think it's a part-time job, but Sean Flaherty, he's working here tonight. So ball brought in, alternate possession arrow, giving the ball back to the Jay County Lady Patriots in the front court. Schwederman, Hallie Schwederman, out top, throwing the ball back and forth. That was 22. Ari Lukey, straight away, three-point shot wouldn't go for Schwederman. Rebound, Isel. Bailey Isel to the front court. Going to be tipped away, stolen. Got in the passing lane. Lengthy pass here, back the other direction. A bucket with the steal, coast to coast. It's Hallie Schwederman. 7:32 on the game clock. 16-16. Right elbow extended. Three-point shot wouldn't go for Zoe Curry. Rebound, I'll take that back. That shot taken by Addison Bloom. Rebound on the missed basket was by Zoe Curry. We're going to see a Lady Patriot back in the ball game. And try to capture that number out of the ball game. Taking a breather is Ari Lukey. Hamilton Heights, three-point shot. Left elbow extended. Shot wouldn't go. That was Bloom again, back the other direction. In a hurry. They'll dribble the lane. That's Hallie Schwederman off the rim. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound fought for. It's going to be a tie-up and a jump ball. Going to be a jump ball on the call. And an alternate possession arrow. Going to give it to the Lady Patriots. And they'll bring it in. Left of the bucket, there's Hallie Schwederman. She'll toss it in at 24. Kendall Schemenauer. And stepping on the side court line, it's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be last touched by Hamilton Heights on the side court line. Ball's going to be brought in front of the Husky bench, brought in by Schwederman. Out top on the dribble, that's number 10, Rayla Newton, 5'6" senior. We're going to do the corner. Two-point shot in the air, wouldn't go. Rebound, fought for. The putback wouldn't go. That was Newton. Rayleigh Newton, and I'm getting a rebound there again was Newton. They're working outside the arc to move the ball back and forth. 6:42 on the game clock. We're in the second quarter. Going to dribble in. Pass to the baseline, about a 14-footer, wouldn't go. That would be a foul on the putback. Schwieterman will shoot two. That baseline shot was taken by 33 Natalie May. And Schwieterman's going to shoot a couple, and that foul's going to be whistled on Hamilton Heights. Going to be called on Reese Blanton. She picks up her first foul in the ball game. First shot good. Hallie Schwieterman. In the ball game for Hamilton Heights is going to be number 4, Stella Taylor. Stella Taylor is a 5'4" freshman. Taking a breather for the Huskies is Addison Bloom. Second shot, rims off, wouldn't go. Rebound, Suarez. Riley Suarez passes to the front court. On the dribble is Bailey Eisel to the corner. 3-point shot, good for 6'1". Riley Suarez. 3-point shot. It's 19-17. Lady Huskies by 2. In the front court on the dribble, she'll slow it up out top of the circle. That's Schwieterman. Hallie Schwieterman. She'll dish the ball back. They'll work it back to the corner. And they'll throw the ball around. It's going to be intercepted and stolen by Stella. It's going to be stolen by Stella Taylor. She'll go off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound putback is good. Riley Suarez with 2. 21-17. 5:50 left. We're in the second quarter. They'll dribble it to the timeline. They'll work it in. And a little bit trip up there. And they're going to give her 2 shots. Might have been a late whistle, but he knew it was a warranted whistle. So she'll shoot 2. So at the foul line, it's going to be number 12 once again, Hallie Schwieterman. First shot in the air, good. 2 going to check in, 1 for each team in the ball game for Hamilton Heights. Going to be number 14, Abby Hillfiker. She's a 6-foot sophomore. Second shot for Schwieterman, rims off, wouldn't go. Rebound Hamilton Heights, also in the ball game for Jay County, is number 42, Charlie Peters, to the front court. On the dribble, left side, Bailey Eisel. She'll move it back out top. A little bit of a bump there from Schwieterman. No call. They'll work it back around. They go baseline. Lost the handle. Going back the other direction. Jay County. Jay County out top of the circle. 3-point shot in the air. Good. That's number 12, Hallie Schwieterman for 3. 21-21. In the front court, 5:12 left here in the second quarter. They'll work at left corner baseline. That was Suarez. Cross-court skip pass. Going to work it down baseline. It's going to be a reach-in foul. It's going to be a foul whistled on the baseline, trying to block the baseline. Jay County. And they're going to whistle this foul on 24, Kendall Schemenauer. Kendall Schemenauer going to pick up a foul here in the second quarter. She has 2. So Riley Suarez and I should say Reese Blanton are going to take a breather. Ball brought in, Hamilton Heights behind the arc. On the dribble, Addison Bloom works it left side, out top, crossover dribble. Bailey Eisel. She'll give up the basketball. Roten. Cameron Roten. Cameron Roten, a junior class member for Hamilton Heights. Ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to be tipped out of bounds, but got part of the body. It's going to be a foul whistled on Jay County. So Jay County, that's going to be number 24, picking up the foul. Kendall Schemenauer, she has 3. Ball brought in, left the bucket on the baseline. Brought in by Eisel. Beyond the arc, Cameron Roten. And the ball is going to be a missed 3-point shot by Bloom. Picks up the basketball. That was Roten. And Roten going to dish off in the paint. Going to be a 2-point bucket. Credit that bucket to number 3, Addison Bloom. 23-21. Going to get 1 shot at the free throw line. Addison Bloom. 4:40 left here in the second quarter. Shot on the way, good. 3-point play for Addison Bloom. 4:38 on the game clock. 24-21. Crossing the timeline at a trot pace is Hallie Schwieterman. She picks up the dribble out top of the circle. She'll work it right side. They go to the corner with it. They'll bounce it in. Try a power layup. Couldn't get the bucket. It's going to be a foul whistled on the putback. That first shot taken by 20, Claudia Dirksen. The putback, she was fouled. She'll shoot 2. That's 42, Charlie Peters. They're going to whistle this foul on Addison Bloom. She has 1. First shot, good. Jay County Lady Patriots. Charlie Peters. Second shot in the air and also good. 24-23. Hamilton Heights by 1. 4:20, clock moving, second quarter. Crossing the timeline, left-handed dribble. She'll cross over. That's Isel. Bailey Isel dishes off. Cameron Roten, bounce pass. Top of the circle, work the ball around. Addison Bloom thought about the give and go. Tipped away. Good defense right there by Jay County, who work in a spin move in the paint. 2-point bucket, Hallie Schwederman. And Hamilton Heights going to call a timeout. It's going to be a full 60-second timeout with 3:57 left here in the second quarter. Jay County Lady Patriots 25, Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies 24. And we'll also mention this game tonight is being brought to you in parts by Edward Jones at Tipton. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and the encouragement of our young athletes as they receive their coaches, teachers, and mentors' guidance. Kurt D. Hare, your Tipton Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of basketball in Central Indiana. And I will mention he watches and they listen on PutMeInSports.com. For all of your investment needs, you can call Edward Jones 765-675-9535 or visit them edwardjones.com. So first buzzer sound, 60-second timeout. 3:57, they're going to bring the ball in. Going to be brought in north end of the gymnasium. Huskies going to bring it in. It's going to be brought in by Cameron Rote. Huskies working at the south basket here in the first quarter. Brought in Bailey Isel. Isel on the dribble. She'll cross the timeline, right side of the court. She'll work it back around. That's Stella. Stella Taylor. Back to Bailey. Back to Taylor. And they're working around the perimeter. Just throwing the ball around the perimeter of the front court. On the dribble, Isel. Works to the left side. Cameron and then back out top. They'll work it back to Isel. Isel going to dribble around. Ball's going to be loose on the floor, and it's going to be finally picked up by, it's going to be a jump ball. Going to be another tie-up, a jump ball. Alternate possession arrow is going to give the ball to Hamilton Heights. So in the ball game once again is Riley Suarez for Hamilton Heights. And I'm taking a breather for the Lady Huskies. It's number 14. That's Abby Hillfiker. So the ball's tipped away. They'll try to bring it in again, opposite side of the bucket. 3:24 on the game clock. 25-24. Lady Patriots in front. Corner baseline, three-point shot wouldn't go. Shot taken by Bloom, and she thought she might have been fouled on the shot. And the Lady Patriots going to toss it up ahead. Had some top spin on it. It goes on out of bounds. Couldn't catch up to it. It's going to belong to Hamilton Heights. So ball brought in. Bailey Isel on the dribble. Across the timeline, right side of the gym floor. They're working back right side. Addison Bloom back to Bailey Isel out top. Back to Bloom. She'll take a three-point shot. It'll rim around, bounce off. Rebound for Jay County. Back the other direction. Hallie Schwederman off the glass. Now going to go fight for the board there. Almost picked it up. Goes out of bounds off a foot. And then trying to get the board there was Claudia Dirksen. Goes out of bounds. Belongs to Hamilton Heights. Back in the ball game for the Lady Huskies, number 44, Zoe Curry. So the Huskies bring it from the backcourt. 2:47 on the game clock here in the second quarter. 25-24. Lady Patriots in front. They're working left side behind the arc. They're working back in. Zoe Curry. Zoe Curry in the paint. Gets a nice friendly roll and falls down. About a 14-footer near the left elbow. 26-25. Lady Huskies by 1. 2:24 on the game clock. On the dribble, they're working right side. Trying to work it in. Shot was, I should say, the pass was deflected. Picked up by Cameron Roten. Long chest pass going to be intercepted there by Hallie Schwederman. She'll work it left side off the glass. Couldn't get the bucket. Rebound, Bailey Isel. Ball's loose. Going to be picked up in the paint. First shot wouldn't go. She takes another shot. She gets fouled in the act of shooting. That was 42, Charlie Peters. She'll get 2 shots at the foul line. That foul whistled on Cameron Roten. She wears number 12. She has 3. 2:04 left here in the second quarter. First shot wouldn't go for Charlie Peters. I thought the coach might ask her if it was Charlie. Nope, it's Charlie. And by at birth, her name is Charlotte. Second shot, good. She got the back end of a 2-shot foul. 26-26. 2 minutes left here in the first half. Out top, Isel. Works to the right side. Stella Taylor. They'll work it back to Addison Bloom. Bounce pass out top. Point guard, Bailey Isel. Back to Bloom. She's trying to work it in, trying to get it into Zoe Curry. Defense converged and knocks it out of bounds. Good defensive play there by Jay County. That was number 14. That was Liz Brunswick. Ball going to be brought in near the corner. Left of the bucket, brought in by Bailey Isel. She'll work a bounce pass in the paint, and they're going to call a holding foul. They get the ball into Zoe Curry right there inside the paint, and they call a foul on Jay County. So they're going to whistle this foul on number 20. That's Claudia Dirksen. She picks up her first foul in the ball game. 1:43 on the game clock. They'll bounce it in. Zoe Curry off the glass, wouldn't go. Just outside the paint. Rebound out of there for Jay County, the Lady Patriots. They're going to walk it to the timeline. That's Hallie Schwederman on the dribble. She'll work it left side behind the arc. And it's going to be through the hands and out of bounds. Last touch by Rayla Newton is going to belong to Hamilton Heights. 1:28 clock moving. 26-26. Second quarter. We're working left side, Stella Taylor. Taylor bounce pass right side with the basketball, Bailey Isel. Nearly a double team. They relax. Playing man-to-man. They're working the 3-2 zone. Or the Jay County Lady Patriots. Ball nearly went out of bounds. Picked up there by Suarez. She'll get the ball back. She'll take a baseline jumper. She'll get the bucket from about 12 feet. 2-point bucket for Suarez. It's 28-26. 56 seconds left. Ball's in the front court. Jay County Lady Patriots. They'll work it right side. Work it back out. Back out top. Hallie Schwederman, 3-point shot. Rims out. Wouldn't go. Rebound picked up by Jay County. And she'll shoot 2 on the putback. That was number 10, Rayla Newton. She's a 5'6" senior member, the lone senior on Jay County's ball team. Will be first shot in the air. Rimmed around, fell off. 42.2 left here in the second quarter. Zoe Curry going to take a breather in the ball game for the Lady Huskies. Is number 14, Abby Hillfiker. Second shot rims off. Rebound, Hillfiker across the timelines. That's Taylor. Stella Taylor, they're working left side. Bailey Isel picks up the ball. Nearly went out of bounds. We're working back out. 30 seconds left. Outside the arc. Shot in the air. Good. Credit the bucket. Number 3, Addison Bloom. Lady Huskies take a 5-point advantage at 31-26. 17 seconds left here in the quarter. Out top, Hallie Schwederman. They're going to call a 3-second violation on Jay County. That's a rare call in high school basketball. It doesn't happen often. When be brought in, Lady Huskies, they have 12 seconds. They're bringing it to the timeline. Crossing the timeline is Bailey Isel. We're working left side with the basketball. 3, Addison Bloom. It's going to be a kick of the basketball. Goes out of bounds in the backcourt. 5.2 seconds left. Lady Huskies going to bring it in the front court, just right of the Jay County bench. They're going to toss it in on the dribble. That's 14. Working the basketball, nearly lost the handle. Abby Hillfiker shot at the buzzer. I believe it was going to count. Long shot behind the arc. Didn't go. And the Lady Huskies and the Lady Patriots will go to the locker room. Of a 10-minute intermission. Hamilton Heights and Jay County. We do appreciate you listening. We'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. When you find yourself looking for that dependable, moving truck rental company, that high quality choice isn't far away. Indiana Express Rentals at the south edge of Noblesville, Indiana. 1708 South 8th Street. They are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that will help you to find that perfect choice, that rental truck experience. Up to 26-foot box trucks available. And a truck with a Tommy lift can sure come in handy. And it might save a trip to the chiropractor. That's Indiana Express Rentals in Noblesville. Also bringing you tonight's contest is Rutledge Well Drilling. Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated. When you find yourself looking for water, we'll mention, when you think of water, think of Rutledge Well Drilling. Pumps, sales, service, water conditioning, water softeners, iron filters, and trenching. You can call Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service and Incorporated. You can reach them by phone at 765-292-2315, or you can visit them on their website at rutledgewelldrilling.com. That's in Atlanta. It's actually west of Atlanta, 296th Street, a couple of miles. And they're licensed, they're insured, they're honest, they're dependable, and always professional. It's Mike Nathan and Levi Rutledge. And Mike is still the main trip. So it looked like a lot of fans right here. They love basketball at Hamilton Heights. Jay County, just the same. Whatever. Back in the day, not too far back, football was a big item between Hamilton Heights and Jay County. They played first game of the year quite often and for several years in a stretch. And in the opening, we talked about Rob Kendall. Rob Kendall, I subscribe to him. He provides internet access. Rob Kendall is also a broadcaster. And I met Rob Kendall back in 2003. Hamilton Heights was playing a postseason game, and Coach Stern said, "Hey, would you do our broadcast?" Rob Kendall, and that's where I met Rob. Rob was just taking some time before the game. I think we were standing there on the track, and we sparked up a conversation, and we did that before every game in the postseason. We did it again the next year. About Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey show. So we'll also mention, bringing this game to you, is Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. Is your roof ready for game day? At Ranger Roofing and Exteriors, they know the best offense is a strong defense. Starting with your roof, from repairs to full replacements, siding to gutters, they got your home covered literally. That's Ranger Roofing and Exteriors, and they are located, and they are actually locally owned by Jordan Beck. His team plays hard, works hard, and doesn't stop till the job is done right. To contact Ranger Roofing, just go to rangerroofingexteriors.com, or you can call him at 317-361-7858. That's Ranger Roofing. And they're local right here in Hamilton County. 6 minutes left on the intermission clock. We are enjoying Hamilton Heights High School band. They're to our left, and they do a fabulous job. And absolutely hurts Chicago. They play Chicago. That's what they teach them in high school here in Hamilton Heights. You know about Chicago. That band plays quite well. Kind of miss Peter Cetera, but Chicago, pretty good band. They've been here a while. We'll mention this game is also in parts being brought to you by AGM Auto. AGM Auto, that's Arcadia, Indiana. If you're looking for that good mechanic, look no further. They can be that good mechanic you're looking for. They do everything under the hood, along with your new tires and now AGM. Under new ownership, no problem there. They have been a couple of years. They were located there by the ballpark, Howard Avenue, there in Arcadia. They moved out about a mile west on 266th Street. And we'll mention they also restore classic cars and trucks. Call them at 317 them online at noblesvilletrophies.com or stop in if only to browse around. They're located at 1740, that's South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. They have trophies, awards, plaques, and more. They have fast turnaround. Prices are low. Prices are so low you may want to be a repeat customer. That's Noblesville Trophies, 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana, 46060. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can reach them by phone at 317 773 7391. Again, that's 317 773 7391. As the Jay County Lady Patriots come out of the locker room, you can reach Noblesville Trophies at noblesvilletrophies.com. So Hamilton Heights also running out on the court, coming out of the locker room. 3:33 on the game clock. We are at intermission, halftime at Hamilton Heights. And again, Will mentioned happening tonight in the Hoosier Conference. Central Bison, Lady Bison, they are at Clinton Prairie Lady Gophers tonight. Delphi Community, the Lady Oracles, they are at the Twin Lakes Lady Indians. Jay County, as you know, Jay County Lady Patriots right here with the Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies. Not Lady Redskins. They are at Rensselaer Central, the Lady Bombers tonight. And Central Catholic, the Lady Knights, are at Western to battle with the Lady Panthers. And that is a cross-conference matchup in the Hoosier Conference. And we'll remind you, Allen County Athletic Conference. Games taking place tonight, 5 games. Blackford, Lady Bruins, are at South Adams, Lady Starfire. East Noble, Lady Knights, are at Bluffton against the Lady Tigers. Eastbrook, the Lady Panthers, are on the road to battle with the Southern Wells Lady Raiders. Fremont, the Lady Eagles, are at the Adams Central Flying Jets. Lady Flying Jets tonight. Jay County, the Lady Patriots, right here with the Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies. So clock rolling down, 2:03 left here in the intermission. Officials back out of their locker room. They got their own private facility back in the back hallway. They probably took a little breather, got some rest, a little bit of rest, and some hydration. They're doing very well in this ball game. We'll mention this game is also in parts being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear. Century 21, Real Estate IQ. It'll work for the benefit of you. That's Lisa. She specializes in residential and corporate relocations. You can let Lisa look or you can let Lisa listen. She knows that each home is precious. Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21, Sheep Company. There's a Sheep Century 21 over in Zionsville. Paul and I saw that Sheep Company today in Zionsville. They also have one on 96th Street. I think that's the main area that we'll mention. Lisa Stokes Bear, she's a real estate agent, a real estate broker. If you want to contact her, you can reach her by phone or text message. 317 513 4086. That's 317 513 4086. 41 seconds left. Clock rolling down. Both teams are in their respective huddles. Is final information before second half. Pretty good group of fans here tonight. I think the boys' season will start around the 25th of this month. The clock rolling down. Buzzer sound, 15-second horn. 1 minute timeout constitutes the 10th minute, 10 minutes intermission. They'll buzz out. And we're ready for action. Yes. Allie Schmiederman is going to toss the ball in. Alternate possession arrow belongs to Jay County. He's going to toss it in. Chest pass, slightly backcourt, picked up there by 14. Brunswick. They're working in the paint. Off the glass, shot wouldn't go. Rebound Hamilton Heights, Bloom. Bloom going to dish off. Point guard, Bailey ISO. They go to the corner, 3-point shot off the rim. Wouldn't go. Shot taken by Suarez. Rebound, Addison Bloom. But we're going to do the opposite corner. Going to go baseline. Reese Blanton goes up with a shot. Got blocked. Going back the other direction. Jay County, the block shot. Natalie May back the other direction. Going to be a foul down in the paint against Hamilton Heights. So first foul, second half. Lady Huskies. We whistled on Reese Blanton. She had 2. Ball brought in, left of the bucket on the baseline. Going to fake a pass, go baseline drive, couldn't get the layup. Rebound out of there, Hamilton Heights, Addison Bloom. She'll get it to Cameron Roten. Now crossing the timeline with the basketball, Isel. They'll work it back with the basketball. Suarez, she'll pass it in just outside the paint. Reese Blanton try to take another shot there. She got fouled in the act of shooting. So they're going to whistle this foul on the Jay County Lady Patriots. At the free throw line, Reese Blanton, this foul whistled on 33, Natalie May, 5'6" sophomore. She's an original starter. Free throw line, Reese Blanton. For the Huskies, first shot, rims off, wouldn't go. 7 minutes, 13 seconds left. We played 47 seconds here in the third quarter. Reese Blanton will get one more. She'll fly it. She'll get the second one. She's going to call the official. Going to say no good. She was toe on the free throw line during the shot or after the shot. Going to got the bucket, but it will not count. Ball brought in backcourt, crossing the timeline in a hurry. Number 5, Carson Sweeterman back in the lineup. They're working down low. They're going to paint. They're about to the baseline. Floater off the baseline. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound. Isel. That shot taken. The other end. That was 33. Natalie May. And it's going to be a shot good. I think that was a 3. I look up and Suarez nails a jumper. 34-26 in the paint. Deflected, going back the other direction is Riley Suarez. She go right side of the glass. She go coast to coast. Couldn't get the layup. It was heavily contested by Jay County. That's number 14, Liz Brunswick. To the front court in the paint. Shot off the mark. Going to be a foul. No foul, but Cameron Roten going to take a shot to maybe the nose area. But she got a little thing there, and she's going to walk it off. I'm not sure that there's any blood, but Dr. Jan Clifton and her crew will attend to Cameron Roten. Cameron Roten got a sub. They're checking on her. I'm sure she'll be back. Ball's going to be brought in, left the bucket on the baseline in the backcourt. Be brought in by Addison Bloom. Bounce pass in. Bailey Isel going to cross the timeline. On the dribble, she'll work it left side behind the arc. Reese Blanton, cross-court skip pass. Suarez back out to the point guard. Bailey Isel back to Suarez. She'll take a 3-point shot. Good. Riley Suarez for 3. Riley Suarez averaging 18 points per game as a freshman in 2 ball games. Going to be a timeout called. Full 60-second timeout called. And with 6:09 left here in the third quarter, Hamilton Heights 37, Jay County 26. And I will also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Jim Dandy Restaurant. Jim Dandy Restaurant, they're located at 203 West Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana 46072. You can dine in or carry out. 765-675-6199. They have American comfort food. They've got a full menu. They have breakfast all day. They've been in business since 1964. They have good food, good friends, and good times. And that is Jim Dandy Restaurant in Tipton. We kind of like to frequent that place once in a while. It's a good place to go. There's 6 minutes, 9 seconds left here in the quarter. Third quarter, 37-26. Lady Huskies an 11-point lead in the third. Be brought in left, right the bucket on the baseline, brought in by Schwederman. She'll dish it off. That's Carson Schwederman. They are cousins. They're working back around. I take that back. They are the sisters. So they're working back in the front court. Going to jump stop Shot off the mark, rebound put back. She'll be fouled. That first shot on the jump shot in the paint, taken by 14, Liz Brunswick. And then it'll be a foul whistle. Shooting foul. Foul's whistled on Suarez. She'll pick up foul number 1. First shot, good. So she'll get one more at the free throw line. Number 5, Carson Schwederman. She's a freshman. Hallie, her sister, is a junior. Second shot up and good. Got both of them. 37-28. And across the timeline on the dribble. That's Bailey Isel going to get it back to Suarez. And they wanted to travel, but Suarez, the official said she didn't have control of the ball. She was bobbling the ball in the pass. It did look a traveling violation. Ball goes back in the backcourt, goes out of bounds. Going to belong to Hamilton Heights. Slightly in the backcourt, brought in by Reese Blanton. She'll get it into Isel. Bailey Isel working against the senior. Crossover dribble. Got by her. They go to the corner with it. Zoe Curry out top. Bloom. That's Addison Bloom. Reese Blanton going to bounce pass into Suarez. Stepped in front of the passing lane. Stolen. Back the other direction. Credit that steal. Carson Schwederman. Shot off the glass. Wouldn't go. By Hallie Schwederman, but cleaned up right there by Carson Schwederman for 2. It's 37-30. Out top of the basketball. Schwederman guarding the basketball. In the paint. Left-handed floater wouldn't go. Shot taken there by Bailey Isel. To the front court on the dribble. High dribble. Kept her hand on top of it. Ball came loose. It's going to be stolen by Riley Suarez. 4:50 left here in the third quarter. 37-30. Lady Huskies by 7. They'll have a give and go. They'll feed Suarez in the paint. 2-point bucket. I believe that was Bloom. Bloom on the assist. And then Jay County trying to bring the ball in after the made basket. And the official is going to say she stepped over the line before bringing the ball in. So 4:42 on the game clock. Left of the bucket on the baseline. Going to be brought in by Bailey Isel. To the corner. Addison Bloom being guarded there by Rayla Newton. Working back around. Isel going to try to find Suarez in the paint. Couldn't get to it. It's stolen by Jay County. Natalie May. They're going to throw it to the front court. It goes out of bounds. It's going to belong to Hamilton Heights. 4:29 here in the third quarter. Lady Huskies in front. 39-30. They'll bounce it in backcourt. Hallie Schwederman going to play the loose defense right there to the timeline. Now she'll stay with her. Garden Isel. Working the right side behind the arc. Zoe Curry. Outside the three-point land. Shot going to go just off the mark. Shot taken there by Addison Bloom of Hamilton Heights. 4:09 on the game clock. They'll bounce it to the front court on the dribble. On the dribble there, moving the paint. They'll kick it back out. Inside out play. 3-point shot. Short off the rim. Shot wouldn't go. A shot taken by a shot taken by Ari Lukey, foreign exchange student. She wears 22. So the ball's going to be brought in. I believe that was number 10, Raylan Newton, taking that 3-point shot from left elbow extended. So Suarez is going to take a breather. They're going to bounce the ball around the front court. It'll be a step in front of the pass, bounce pass, go the other direction with the steal. And that was Bailey Isel. She got fouled in the act of shooting, trying to lay up. She'll shoot 2 shots. We'll check in with 2 here in the third quarter. Checking in for Jay County is number 20, Claudia Dirksen. And also checking back in, number 42, Charlie Peters. Second shot in the air, rims off, would go. And Isel misses her first free throw on the season. To the front court on the dribble, Hallie Schwederman. Schwederman, soft pass, working right side behind the arc. They're working inside off the glass. 2-point bucket for Jay County. Number 5, Carson Schwederman. 5'8" freshman. 3.5 minutes left. Third quarter, 40-32. Lady Huskies in front. They'll bounce it to the corner. On the dribble, that's Cameron Roten. She'll get it back to Isel. Working around the perimeter. 3-point shot in the air. Good. Credit the bucket. Zoe Curry from 3-point land. 43-32. Back the other direction. On the dribble baseline, she'll pass it out top of the circle. She'll dribble the lane off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. Taking that shot, that was 5. Carson Schwederman back the other direction. Lady Huskies. Eisel in the front court, straight away. Going to work it right side on the dribble. They'll bounce it back to Curry. They'll go to the corner outside in front of the Husky bench with Cameron Roten. Back outside the arc on the dribble is Bailey Eisel. Out top, Curry. She'll take a three-point shot. Good. Straight away, the top of the circle. It's 46-32. I think it'll be a foul whistled in the backcourt. That's Della Taylor playing tight defense on the inbound pass. And she'll pick up her first foul in the ballgame. Be brought in backcourt. Hallie Schwederman going to walk it to the timeline. 2.5 minutes left. Third quarter. On the bounce right there behind the back dribble. Schwederman, a good ball handler. I can see why St. Francis is interested in her. They'll work it back down. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Thought about the cutter. Cutter didn't happen. Ball goes out of bounds. They were trying to find 42, Charlie Peters. Ball brought in, left the bucket on the baseline by Cameron Roten. Dribbling it to the timeline, picking up some speed there is Eisel. They'll kick it back out behind the arc. Three-point shot, good. Left elbow extended. Credit the shot, number 3, Addison Bloom. 2 minutes left here in the third quarter, 49-32. Lady Huskies. They play tight defense, then tipped away and stolen in the front court of Jay County. And losing the handle in the front court of Hamilton Heights was Eisel. It's going to go back to Jay County Lady Patriots. Timeout on the floor. It's going to be a 30-second timeout called by Jay County. 1:54 left here in the third quarter. 49-32. Hamilton Heights in front. We'll mention this game is also in parts being brought to you by Encompass. If you're looking for a financial partner, we'll mention that's as community-minded as you are. Welcome to Credit Union. That's Encompass Credit Union, North Central Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first. Whether you're looking for lower rates on loans or higher rates on savings, or just a friendly face to help you with your financial needs, they've got you covered. That's Encompass Credit Union, Tipton, Frankfort, and Kokomo. You can find them at encompasscu.org. The ball's going to be brought in backcourt by the Lady Patriots. It's going to be tossed in right there. Number 20, Claudia Dirksen. Gets it into Hallie Schwederman. She'll walk it to the timeline. We're going to see Riley Suarez at the next dead ball. They're working the ball around the perimeter. They go outside the arc on the dribble. She'll dribble in the paint, try to get it down low. It's going to be kicked away on the bounce pass. Good footwork by Bailey right there. Bailey Eisel, the freshman. Taking a breather for the Huskies, Cameron Roten. Going to work it inside to work it down low. Bounce pass in the paint from out of bounds from Schwederman. And it's going to be a foul whistled during the act of shooting. Going through the foul line is number 5, Carson Schwederman. She'll shoot 2. That's foul whistled. On Suarez, she has 2. First shot good for Carson Schwederman. The other Schwederman, we've not seen her yet. That's Olivia Schwederman. She wears number 32. She's a freshman. She's 5'5", and she is the cousin to Carson and Hallie. Second shot up, rims around, falls in, got both of them. That's Carson Schwederman. To the front court, Lady Huskies on the dribble. Crossing the timeline, crossing over right there is Eisel. Outside the arc, they'll get it to Addison Bloom. Stella Taylor on the dribble. She'll move some defense here with a hand gesture. They'll work it back around baseline. 3-point shot off the mark. Shot taken there by Addison Bloom. Rebound, Reese Blanton. Blanton with the rebound, saving it from going out of bounds. Right there is Eisel. They're moving around the perimeter. Going to go baseline again, Reese Blanton, and she's going to get a reach-in foul. And the ball goes out of bounds. Common foul. Lady Huskies will bring the ball back in. That foul whistle, Jay County, number 20. That's Claudia Dirksen. She has 2. Can be brought in left of the bucket on the baseline by Stella Taylor. Looking to get in, does. That's Suarez in the paint. Couldn't get the shot. She was intimidated a little bit by Hallie Schwederman. The ball loose. It's picked up by Hamilton Heights. They'll have a second chance in the front court. 55 seconds left. Outside the arc, Addison Bloom. Bounce pass straight away on the dribble, crossing over. Right there is Eisel. We're going to give back to Reese Blanton. She'll drive the lane. Floater wouldn't go. Rebound put back is good. Spread at the bucket. So Riley Suarez, 51-34. Lady Huskies in front. 35 seconds left. Third quarter. 3-point shot good. Left elbow extended. Credit that 3-point shot. Jay County, number 10. That's Rayla Newton. 5'6", the only senior on the team. We're dribble a basketball outside. 18 seconds left. Lady Huskies in the front court. Outside, Bailey Eisel on the dribble, being guarded there tightly by Hallie Schwederman. So they're trying to get the count. They got the count. They're working outside the arc. 6 seconds, driving the lane off the glass. 2-point bucket. Good. Hamilton Heights, number 4, Stella Taylor. She just got her average on the season with that 2-pointer. Ball goes out of it. Should say the last shot of the quarter wouldn't go for Jay County. And we'll go to a fourth quarter here momentarily. And we'll mention at the end of 3 quarters of play. Hamilton Heights 53, Jay County 37. And we do appreciate you listening. 8 o'clock straight up on the AT&T wristwatch. And AT&T bringing this game to the listening ears. Paul and I've had AT&T for the longest time. AT&T providing good audio service on telephones and I guess television too. AT&T, but I think they sold that company. I think they're owned by separate entities now. But AT&T bringing this game to the listening ears. So 8 minutes on the game clock, 53-37. And the band sounding wonderful in the corner right up there. I would guess there's 30, maybe 30 different band members up there, percussion, brass. And we were talking about Sean Flaherty. Sean Flaherty taking video and putting it online. He's here working right now. And Sean Flaherty went to Blue River High School. That's east of here and a little bit south. And he was in the school band, and he played the brass instrument. He played, what did he tell me? He played like a saxophone or something similar. Could be brought in. Fourth quarter brought in, alternate possession arrow, Hamilton Heights. Slightly to the backcourt on the dribble. Stella Taylor, she'll cross the timeline. She's working against 14, Liz Brunswick. They're working down baseline. Going baseline there was Reese Blanton. A little bit of a collision there, no foul. Couldn't get the shot away. Back the other direction. There will be a foul called at the Jay County end of the floor. So foul whistled against the Lady Huskies. They're going to call this on number 3. That's Addison Bloom. She picks up her second. First shot good. It's number 5, Carson Schwederman. 5'8", just a freshman. She has a big-time upside to her. Second shot, also good. 53-39. Lady Huskies from the backcourt on the dribble and across the timeline at a trot pace. Bailey Eisel works it right side behind the arc. Back out top, Addison Bloom being guarded there by Rayla Newton. Hamilton Heights moving the basketball. One dribble, they're working inside to Suarez in the paint. Turnaround jumper, got the bucket. Riley Suarez, the 2 spread, a good assist from Bailey Eisel. 7:18 on the game clock. Lady Huskies going to substitute next to that ball. They're working down low. Down low, Craft going to dribble in. The basketball inside out play. Jay County 3-point shot short off the rim. Shot taken there by Carson Schwederman. It's going to be a reach-in foul during the rebound, and it's going to be whistled on Jay County. So 7:05 on the game clock, fourth quarter. Hamilton Heights going to check back in with 44, Zoe Curry. And also number 12, Cameron Roten. Going to toss it into Cameron Roten. She'll be guarded three-quarter court by Hallie Schwederman. She'll pass it to the front court, Curry. Cross-court skip pass, moving the basketball, Addison Bloom outside the paint. Passing it to the corner, retrieving the basketball is Suarez. They're working around the perimeters. The skip pass once again out top. Driving the lane, Reese Blanton. Shot wouldn't go. Fight for the rebound. Picked up by Hallie Schwieterman. Back the other direction. Crossover in the paint. Off the glass. Couldn't get the shot. Going to bring it back out. Going to reset the offense. That's number 5, Carson Schwieterman. Crossover dribble. She'll dribble the lane off the glass. Couldn't get the bucket, but she'll shoot 2. So that foul's going to be whistled on Lady Husky. And it's going to be on 23, Riley Suarez. She has 3 in the ball game. First shot up and good. Carson Schwieterman, pretty good foul shooter for the Lady Patriot. She'll get one more. 55-40. And now 55-41 as Carson Schwieterman nails both of them. They're working from across the timeline. Cameron Roten going to go hard through the hoop to go off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. Crashing the board, lost it out of bounds. Trying to get the basketball there was Riley Suarez. And substitution, we're going to see Bailey Isel back in the game. Taking a breather for Hamilton Heights, number 22, Reese Blanton. 16 left here in the fourth quarter. In the front court out top. On the dribble, Hallie Schwieterman to take a shot straight away. Shot rimmed out, wouldn't go. Rebound putback is good. 2-point bucket, Carson Schwieterman. So Carson cleans up the basketball from sister Hallie. Out top, working it back around through the corner. On the dribble, Bloom. Addison Bloom going to dribble in. She'll go off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound, Hallie Schwieterman. She'll go to the front court. She'll get a bump foul as she went up the sideline right there by the scorer's bench. And I'm right there, Greg Knapp, long-time announcer here at Hamilton Heights. Set by him is Mike Thomas, and then it's Arnett Cooper. And they're working the ball in the front court. Going to be tipped out of bounds. Going to save it. Going to go into the bucket. Shot wouldn't go, but he'll get 2 shots. Jay County. And again, at the foul stripe, it's going to be number 5, Carson Schwieterman. So 10 shots for Carson Schwieterman. That foul whistle. That first shot's good. That foul whistle on Suarez. She'll pick up number 4. Pretty much 3 and 4 right here in a hurry. She's a defender. So she'll get one more. Carson Schwieterman. Second shot up and also good. 55-45. 5:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Crossing the timeline. Stella Taylor. Stationary dribble. She'll pass it right side behind the arc. Zoe Curry. Out top, Bailey Isel. Working against her. Right there is Hallie Schwieterman. Outside the arc on the dribble. Right side out top of the circle. She'll hand off to Addison Bloom. She'll dribble just outside the paint. One to shoot. Couldn't get the shot away from number 10, Rayla Newton. Ball to 10-second line, saving the basketball with Stella Taylor. They'll go to the corner with it. 3-point shot good in front of the Husky bench. That was Zoe Curry. 5:01 left here in the fourth quarter. Hamilton Heights 58. Jay County 45. It's going to be a full 60-second timeout. And I will also mention, as mentioned before, this game is in part being brought to you by Fritz in Fisher and Fritz in Noblesville. They're celebrating 43 years in the car business. That's in the heart of the Nickel Plate District. They have late model cars and trucks. Each vehicle pre-delivery inspection. 2 Hamilton County locations. You can go to fritzinfishers.com. The Fishers location located at 8599 East 116th Street, 317-842-2228. Their second location, it's in Noblesville. It's between Noblesville and Westfield, right there on State Road 32. And you can reach them by dialing 317-773-2232. That's fritzinfishers.com. FRITZ. 5:01 left here in the fourth quarter. They'll be brought in from the backcourt. They'll be brought in by Hallie Schwieterman. Just left the bucket, the baseline. She'll bounce past it in. She'll get the ball back. from Carson, her sister. Carson's a freshman. Allie's a junior. Crossing the timeline at a walk pace, right side on the dribble. Working against her right there, going to be picked off with a big screen. Carson Schwederman, the go baseline jumper, and it's going to be a foul whistle. That was a big time screen, and I think the recipient of that screen was Bailey Eisel, and she just shrugged it off like nothing happened. That was a screen. 4:44 on the game clock. First shot up, good. Credit the bucket. That's foul line. It's Hallie Schwederman. She'll get one more. 58-46. Second shot, also good. 58-47. Hamilton Heights in front. 4:42 on the game clock. Crossing the timeline on the dribble pace is Stella Taylor. The bounce pass right side on the dribble. Zoe Curry. They'll move the ball around. Stella Taylor on the dribble. Over to right side, Cameron Roten. Cameron Roten going to dribble in. Give the ball back. 3-point shot in the air. Rims off long. That was Bailey Eisel. Fighting for the board. Didn't have a jump ball. That was Cameron Roten. Right there in a hurry. Trying to get that rebound. Locked it up with Jay County. Going to give it back to Jay County on the alternate possession arrow. 4:19 on the game clock. Bounce pass. That's Sister Carson. Gives it back to Hallen. She'll bring it across the timeline. Through the leg dribble right there. Crossing over out top of the circle. She'll work it in. Entry pass to Carson. Schwederman, she gets the bucket in the paint off the glass, and she'll get fouled, and she'll shoot one more. So Hamilton Heights going to check back in with Riley Suarez. She's going to play gingerly with 4 fouls. We'll see. And at the free throw line, and we'll also mention a new substitution. The officials are going to talk with one another briefly there. And then at the foul line, once again, going to try for the 3-point play. That's number 5, Carson Schwederman. 4:07 on the game clock. Schwederman's shot rims off, wouldn't go. Rebound to Jay County. They toss it back out behind the arc. It goes out of bounds through the hands of Hallie Schwederman. All going to be brought in front of the Jay County bench. They bring it in. They go down in the paint and try to get a 2-point shot in the paint there, Leia. And there's a blocked shot. Suarez got her shot blocked by Carson Schwederman. He goes out of bounds, belongs to Hamilton Heights. Right in the bucket on the baseline. Going to bounce it in. Curry, out inside out play. 3-point shot, rims out, wouldn't go. Shot taken by Addison Bloom. Rebound to the front court in a hurry is Hallie Schwederman. She'll go hard to the hoop baseline, left side. Couldn't get it. Rebound, Jay County. Back to Schwederman. Schwederman tried a 3, wouldn't go. Rebound, Riley Suarez. 3:38 on the game clock. Outside the arc, Cameron Roten. She'll dribble in. She'll go off the glass. She'll get the bucket, and she'll shoot one. So foul on the play going to be whistled. Jay County will be whistled on 24. Kendall Schemenauer. Kendall Schemenauer has 4 in the ball game. So 2 girls on the floor have 4. 3-point play opportunity. Wouldn't go. Rebound out of there. Paid it to the front court. Carson Schwederman. Schwederman crossover. She'll work it in the lane. Take a shot. And she got fouled in the act of shooting. She'll shoot 2. And she'll go back to the foul stripe. And she's been there a lot here in the second half. So I think they're going to whistle this foul on Hamilton Heights. That's number 10, Bailey Eisel. She has 2. So at the foul line, Carson Schwederman. 3:25 left here in the fourth quarter. Lady Huskies, 60. Lady Patriots, 49. She'll shoot, and they'll bounce pass to her. Carson Schwederman. First shot in the air, good. She'll get one more. Carson Schwederman. Rims around, wouldn't go. Rebound, Suarez. Riley Suarez. Cross-court pass in the backwards. to Isel. Isel out top dribbling the basketball. Hallie Schwiedeman guarding her. She'll get it to Suarez and right to her defensively again, where it's Carson Schwiedeman balls loose in front of the scores bench, picked up, going to be a steal, going back the other direction. That was Hallie Schwiedeman on the steal, the backcourt. Trying to go coast to coast. She got fouled, and she'll shoot two. So they're going to whistle this foul. Hamilton Heights going to be on number 3, Addison Bloom. She has 3 in the ball game. First shot short off the rim. Where'd it go? For Schwiedeman, Hallie Schwiedeman will have one more. 60-50. Short off the rim. Where'd it go? Rebound fought for Suarez. And going to be a foul from the backside on the Jay County. We're going to whistle this foul on number 5, Carson Schwiedeman. And she's going to pick up her final foul in the ball game. She'll sit down. And she'll watch the rest of the game. But she'll be back against the Belmont Lady Braves next Friday evening. We brought in, left the bucket on the baseline. Cameron Runner going to bring it in. Going to bounce it up over top. Picked up there by Ison. Nearly stolen by 14 Brunswick. Hamilton Heights gets the ball back. In the front court, Zoe Curry in the paint. Turnaround jumper good on the right face. Curry for 2. 62-50. Lady Huskies in front. 2:45 left here in the fourth quarter. They're behind the arc. Get the ball back. Hallie Schwiedeman, a long 3. Got it. About 3 steps behind the arc. That'll remind you of a Bailey runner. 2:32 on the game clock. 62-53 on the dribble. Bailey runner, Evansville. Purple Aces. Going to work it back the other direction. 3-point shot from the corner baseline. Wouldn't go. Shot taken there by Addison Bloom. Back the other direction. We're going to call a jump ball. Going up to the shot in the paint was Hallie Schwiedeman. And Riley Suarez locked her up on the jump shot. Going to be a jump ball. Alternate possession arrow. Going to give it back to the Lady Huskies. Behind the bucket on the baseline. Be brought in, guarding the inbound is number 10, Rayla Newton. Going to be tossed in by Cameron Rote. And they're going to call a timeout. Timeout is called by Hamilton Heights coach. That's Aaron Trempy. And I'm just calling timeout before a 5-second call might have happened. With 2:17 left here in the fourth quarter, Hamilton Heights 62. Jay County 53. 30-second timeout on the floor. So when they got their middle school section right up here, a little bit taller than we are, up here in the balcony, and they're having a good time. Listen to the high school band again, Hamilton High School band. 2:17 left. There's the buzzer. 30-second timeout. Lady Huskies on the floor and Jay County on the floor. Be brought in right in the bucket on the baseline by Cameron Rote. Front court for the Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies. Trying to get it in. She will bounce pass to Isel. Isel on the baseline. Going to be a reach-in foul. Ball goes off the foot. But a foul occurred. Hamilton Heights will bring it in once again. Right in the bucket on the baseline. They're going to whistle this foul on 24. Kendall Schemenauer. We'll double check there. Schemenauer, double check here. They try to get it in to Riley. Riley Suarez in the paint. It's tipped out of bounds by Hallie Schwiedeman. 2:15 left. They'll bring it in again. Cameron Roten tosses it in to the corner, and it's going to go out of bounds. So Lady Huskies will move the inbound just to the left of the bench right here of Jay County on the side court. Will be brought in. Cameron Roten shall pass it to the back front court, I should say. And then that was Riley Suarez. She cut to the basket like a wide receiver and got the bucket on the layup. 2:02 left. 64-53. Dribbling in the front court out top. Number 12, Hallie Schwiedeman. Schwiedeman passed it behind the arc and work it inside. Inside, off the glass. 2-point shot, good. Right at the bucket, Jay County. Jay County, Kendall Schemenauer. They'll work it back in the front court. Riley Suarez outside the arc on the dribble is Bailey Isel. Out top, Addison Bloom. Back to Suarez. Now back out top to Cameron Roten. Work at left side with the basketball triple threat. She'll dribble now as Zoe Curry. 125 left here in the fourth quarter. 64-55. Cameron Roten with the basketball. Lady Huskies in front. Cameron Roten behind the arc. She'll bounce it in. Off the glass, 2-point bucket. Good. That was number 10. I should say number 10, Bailey Isel. 66-55. Lady Huskies in front. 102 left. We'll stop the clock at 103. Going to be a foul whistled during the shot. In the front court. Foul's going to be whistled on Riley Suarez. And that's what they have it on the clock. And she's going to step out of the ball game with her fifth foul in the ball game. So the free throw line, it's number 12, Hallie Schwederman, Jay County. First shot in the air, good. 66-56. 103 left, fourth quarter. Schwederman will have one more. Second shot also good. 66-57. We'll dribble through the timeline. It's going to be a reach-in foul as Roten, that's Cameron Roten trying to get by the defender. And they're going to whistle this foul on Jay County. And it's evidently going to be a shooting foul. It's going to be two shots with the fifth foul here in the fourth quarter on Jay County. They whistle this foul on 20. Claudia Dirksen, 5'6" freshman. She has 3. Cameron Roten, first shot, good. Just under a minute left, 59.8. Fourth quarter. Roten will have another shot. Second shot also good. Got both of them. And bring the ball in. Crossing the timeline in a hurry is Hallie Schwederman. Back pedal dribble. We're working through the outside of the arc. We're working down low in the paint. 2-point shot wouldn't go. Rebound put back wouldn't go, but a foul called. And she'll shoot 2. That first shot taken by Jay County. Number 24, Kendall Schemenauer. And her putback wouldn't go. She's at the foul stripe now. That's number 14, Liz Brunswick, the 5'8" sophomore. 48.7 left. First shot off the mark wouldn't go. 68-57. She'll get one more. It's Brunswick. Second shot ruled out, wouldn't go. Rebound football picked up by Hamilton Heights. Bailey Isel, and she'll be fouled. During the rebound, there'll be 2 shots awarded. And Hamilton Heights, number 10, Bailey Isel. 46.9 left. In the ball game for Jay County is number 33, Natalie May, original starter. At the free throw line, Basil. I should say it's Isel. The blend of Bailey and Isel. She gets the first one. Second shot on the way. Bailey Isel got both of them. 70-57. Lady Huskies in front. 45 seconds left. To the front court, Hallie Schwederman. We're behind the arc, the ball back. Long 3-point shot off the rim wouldn't go. Going to carry them hard out of bounds. Going to belong to the Lady Huskies. 35.4 left, going to be brought in. Going to be full court pressure in the backcourt. Trying to get it in, Cameron Roten. She will get it in to Isel. Isel trying to get through a double team. They're going to reach in. Going to be a foul whistle. And Bailey Isel will jog to the free throw line. She'll shoot 2. We're going to whistle this foul on Jay County. That's on number 33, Natalie May. She has 2 in the ball game. Michael's first shot rims around, falls in. 71-57, 32 and a half seconds left. Fourth quarter. Isel, the only girl on the lane there for the Huskies, rimmed out, wouldn't go. Fighting for the board, ball's tipped, goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by Isel. The ball's going to be given to Jay County. It's going to be brought in the backcourt by Hallie Schwederman. She'll cross the timeline in a hurry. She'll work it right side behind the arc. They'll work it around the perimeter. They'll work it back to Isel. Then they'll work it back into Allen Schwederman. Schwederman in the paint. Couldn't get the bucket. Rebound, Hamilton Heights. Credit the bucket. The rebound, I should say, to Reese Blanton on the dribble through the timeline. That was 12. Cameron Roten foul near the scorer's bench. And going to the foul stripe is going to be Cameron Roten. Cameron Roten's going to shoot 2. 12.5 left. Roten's first shot is good. Second shot. Rims around. Also good. So we're going to dry up some perspiration on the floor. The Jay County into the floor. 12 and a half seconds left. 73-57. Ball's going to be brought in backcourt. Bringing in to Hal Schwederman. Schwederman crossed the timeline. 8 seconds left. Still working inside. Ball's tipped around. And they're going to be picked up by Hamilton Heights. 2 seconds. 1 second. Back pedal dribble in the backcourt. Keeping the ball away from the defender. That was Cameron Roten. And that's going to complete tonight's ball game. Final score tonight. Hamilton Heights 73. Jay County 57. Playing the fight song. We'll mention next game's on the agenda. Jay County, Lady Patriots. Friday, they'll be in action on the 21st. 6 and 7:30. Jay County Lady Patriots will be at the Belmont Lady Braves. And then coming up Tuesday evening, November 18th, 6 and 7:30, Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies will be at the Lapel Lady Bulldogs. And that'll be on Tuesday. And we'll mention, no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning.